In a moment that could reshape the trajectory of South Africa's political landscape, Helen Zille of the Democratic Alliance set the nation ablaze with controversy after revealing shocking documents during a heated parliamentary session. With deliberate calm and piercing words, she unveiled what she claimed to be undeniable evidence of covert dealings involving President Cyril Ramaphosa, arrangements he allegedly hoped would remain buried from public scrutiny. The tension in the chamber was palpable as Zille stood before members of parliament, holding a file she dramatically labeled, "The Truth Ramaphosa Didn't Want You to Know." As she opened it and began reading, murmurs turned to uproar. The documents included leaked emails, financial records, and communications between members of the president's inner circle and foreign business interests, some dating as far back as his early presidency. Among the most damning revelations was a confidential exchange between Ramaphosa's advisors and international investors, outlining behind-the-scenes negotiations to grant foreign companies preferential access to key sectors of South Africa's economy, namely, renewable energy, data infrastructure, and national procurement contracts. These negotiations, according to Zille, were conducted without full cabinet consultation or parliamentary oversight, raising questions about transparency, legality, and the true beneficiaries of the deals. For too long, South Africans have been sold the dream of renewal, reform, and clean governance. But today, I present to you evidence that challenges that narrative. Behind closed doors, decisions were made, deals struck, not for the people, but for profit and political gain. As she continued, the chamber descended into chaos. Some ANC MPs attempted to drown her out with chants and objections. Others looked visibly shaken. Meanwhile, opposition benches grew louder in their calls for an immediate independent investigation into the president's conduct. At the heart of Zille's argument was the idea that Ramaphosa's public image as a reformer sharply contradicts what these documents reveal, a leader willing to operate in the shadows to secure economic and political advantage. Outside Parliament, the reaction was swift. Media houses rushed to cover the unfolding story, with major outlets headlining phrases like "presidency in crisis," "Zille's political grenade," and "Ramaphosa under fire." Social media exploded with divided opinions. Some hailed Zille as a courageous whistleblower, while others accused her of staging a political stunt to distract from internal DA tensions or to damage the ANC ahead of upcoming elections. Despite the noise, Zille stood by the authenticity of her claims, saying the documents were handed to her by a credible whistleblower from within government. She called for the immediate appointment of an independent inquiry to verify the materials and examine their implications. "This is not about political point scoring," Zille told journalists after the session. "This is about truth. About holding our leaders accountable. If we ignore this, we fail the Constitution and the people it protects." President Ramaphosa's office issued a cautious response, denying any wrongdoing and questioning the timing and motive of the revelations. The president remains committed to transparent governance. Allegations presented in Parliament today are unverified and politically motivated. We await the proper processes to assess their validity. Meanwhile, civil society organizations, legal experts, and political commentators have begun weighing in. Some believe this could lead to a formal parliamentary inquiry, others suggest it might fizzle out if not backed by irrefutable evidence. But one thing is clear, Helen Zille's bombshell has opened a door that cannot easily be closed. In a nation weary of corruption scandals and desperate for true leadership, the next few weeks could prove decisive. Will Ramaphosa weather the storm, or will the hidden truths now coming to light mark the beginning of his political unraveling? Only time, and the people, will decide.